Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Cane. Today I'm sharing two more school layouts with you, and I'm actually going to use two different collections, so there'll be two intros, one for each layout. This one here is the first layout. This is another school portrait, my son's fourth grade year, and I have a few chipboard pieces from Simple Stories. The stick-on brads and chipboard pieces are from Echopark. And the school papers are also Echopark. And I just picked out a few that looked good with the photo. Again, since I did blue backgrounds in most of his school photos, it's kind of difficult because the blue is not the same blue that is in most of the school collections. But I think this one turns out pretty cute in the end, and I end up using that star paper as my background. So that's going to be the main background, and then I did two pieces of the stripe paper, and then one little piece of the orange paper. And again, I used all chipboard pieces for the three little cluster elements like I've done on the other layouts. And then I brought in thickers from my stash, and I'm going to put fourth grade down at the bottom. So this is going to go pretty quickly, and then I will show you the next layout. So here I'm putting the strips to frame the photo in. Again, this photo has the year down in the bottom left-hand corner. It wasn't actually straight, so I had to kind of pull it up. And it wasn't that far off of being straight, but when I went to lay down the strips, um, I couldn't lay them straight because the photo wasn't straight. So I did have to fix that, kind of wrinkled it up, but it's okay. It's fine. In real life, you really can't see the wrinkles. You can only see the wrinkles because the light is reflecting on it. I still haven't fixed the light situation. I don't know what to do because I really can't put another light in my room. So unfortunately, I have to deal with glare, or you guys have to deal with glare. And I apologize for that. So here I used a clock and a shoe, books in a star, and then milk in an apple. One because his favorite subjects were lunch and reading, if it was like anything that he was interested in, and recess. So I figured those little icons worked out perfectly. And here I have H that I turned into a 4 for fourth grade. And again, I'm just using thickers from my stash. The little TH is the Doodlebug letters that I have been using. Like I said, I probably won't have any TH or RD or NDs left when I get done doing these, but that's okay. It's fine because I'll have all of his school photos done, so it's okay. And I did pick up more Doodlebug letters, so I'm okay. Um, Here I put in the little like gems. I did black at the top and silver at the bottom. And then I'm not sure what else I'm gonna add. I think I'm done. Yep, there you go. Hold it up so give you a little quick peek at it, and then here's some close-ups, and then we will get started on the next layout. But I really like the way this one turned out after all. Like, so that blue background just needed to pop. So it was okay that I didn't really use blue on the layout. So this is a preschool photo of my son. This is actually one that his teacher took of him, and it cracks me up because he looks like he's scared. He did not like preschool. He didn't like school at all. Let's be honest. He hated school from the moment he went to school until he graduated. And if I would have known what I know now, I would have pulled him out of school and actually homeschooled him for elementary because I homeschooled my youngest son and he has done a lot better going into public school, actually in middle school, which is weird because everybody says middle school is the hardest. But he has just done so much better. And I think my older son would have benefited too from homeschool versus going to school straight off. But it's okay. Again, I pulled out more stash. This is actually crate paper from long ago, probably early 2000s. I think 2010 is what one of the papers or the rub-ons say. And actually, the rub-ons end up not working, which I will show here in a moment. I did try to revive them and it didn't work. I thought it was going to because I was able to transfer it onto a piece of paper and I had them all laid out, ready to go. And here you can see where I was trying to rub them on this piece of paper and I was kind of sort of getting them to work. So I thought it was going to be okay, but it ends up not working at all. And it's really too bad because it was a cute idea. Like, I was just going to put all the rub ons all around the circle on the outside. And then I end up changing the layout completely because, like I said, the rub ons end up not working at all. Like, I couldn't get, um, I tried to transfer two of the ones at the bottom, the slide and the word school, because I was going to use the black letters to put pre in front of it so it'd be preschool. But yeah, they end up not transferring at all. I sprayed them with a spray bottle for the other ones when I did it on the blank piece of paper, and I was able to get them to transfer. But these ones, I tried the same thing, and no matter how hard I pressed, or I used two different tools to rub them on, and yeah, I could not get them to transfer at all. So unfortunately, they end up going in the trash. And I guess it's okay because that's what happens when you hold on to things and they end up not working. And these were not the best rub-ons like to begin with, like just brand wise. Crepe Paper never made the best rub-ons. So I'm not surprised that they didn't work. I did go ahead and map my photo in another piece of paper, the tan paper, and then white cardstock. And then the other letters that are over there that you see to the right hand side are also rub-ons, but these are from a different company called Gen X, which didn't last very long, but I do still have a few. I don't know that I have any more papers of theirs, but I definitely have like a few other rub-ons of theirs. But these letters here, they rub on like butter. There's nothing wrong with these letters. I don't have very many of them left, and I actually use them on another layout tomorrow. And I'm going to try to use whatever I have left as I go forward and get them out of the stash, get them used up because they probably won't last much longer either, just because they're rub ons. But like I said, they went on fine. As you can see, I just rubbed them with the tool and they went on no problem at all. I did cut them apart from the cut apart sheet. That was just to keep them a little bit more intact so that hopefully, they keep working correctly. But like I said, I do use them again tomorrow in tomorrow's layout, and I was able to get all the letters I needed for this one so I could put preschool down here at the bottom. And then I'm going to bring those wood veneer stars back in, which are from Hampton Art, I believe. I've had those in my stash for a while also. And then I bring in some little stars that are like sequence material almost. They're like, I don't know how to explain it, kind of a resin, but not really. And those, I don't know where I got those from. Those don't have a brand name on them, but I have them in my stash. I might have picked them up from somebody else. But I do get a few of those on the layout, and I just keep it fairly simple. I let that letter paper do most of the work, which I absolutely love that letter paper. I think it's really cool. I wish I could create one like that with thickers, but I don't know. I just can't randomly put thickers down and make them look good. But I really like that letter paper, and I thought it went quite well with his photo. So here, like I said, I finished up putting preschool down. I did put a star. I believe that star is a sticker, and that was just from my stash. I did go looking through my stash to see if I had any other stickers or anything to this collection. I do have stickers, but they were border stickers, and they weren't going to work. So those will be for another layout. But here I have a cute little sticker. These were all from either Echopark or Simple Stories. And I just pulled them off random sticker sheets, so I really can't tell you which collection they're from. But I thought the little Crayola crayons and the little, what is that, a box? That he's holding a little uh, banner that says read on it. And color wise, it matched, so I just went with it, and it was something cute. And then the little notebook, the composition notebook sticker, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to add anything else to the layout besides these little pieces here. And I will add some journaling, like I said, up there at the top because I think the story needs to be told that, he really didn't care to go to school. He didn't want to go to school. He was not excited to go to school. He liked playing with his friends and he liked, the idea of school. But yes, him in school just did not work out. And I think part of that was because he was dyslexic. And we didn't find that out until he was in probably first or second grade. And so that was something that we had to deal with. And once we dealt with that, then he did better in school. But by then, he had already really hated school. So um, it is what it is. But like I said, my younger son did a lot better and he does amazing in school. So here's a few close-ups. I hope you guys enjoyed today's layouts. I definitely enjoyed creating them, and I will see you tomorrow with another layout. Bye.